So Fortnite, I'm sure you've all heard of it. In fact, I'm aware you've all heard of it. It's the biggest thing in gaming currently. It's in a league of its own. No other game even comes close. Yes, it's free to play. That's a massive part of it. But name a game in the past which has come as close to being as big as Fortnite. World of Warcraft, PUBG. They're the only two which even come remotely close, and maybe Call of Duty. And I want to talk about why Fortnite is just in a league of its own. It's a phenomenon at the minute. Absolutely nothing touches it. Let's break it down. Let's look at it. Let's talk about Fortnite Battle Royale. Okay, so the first thing you really have to mention when talking about Fortnite Battle Royale is that the game is free to play. Unlike its competitors, PUBG and many other Battle Royale games, Fortnite was the first really good Battle Royale game to go free to play. It broke down the barrier between the mainstream media and gaming. Now, the mainstream media has had it out for us gamers and gaming in general for years. They always seem to link games like GTA, True Crime, Call of Duty and Battlefield to real life shootings, which is fucking ludicrous. They always want to blame something else instead of owning up to it, and let's say for example it's their educational system which is causing all these problems. Fortnite seems to have broke the barrier between the mainstream media, and that is massively because of Ninja. Now, Ninja has put Fortnite in a great light. Yeah, some of his old streams has been called a hypocrite because he said he don't like swearing now, and he used to go on goddamn fucking swearing tyrants in his old videos. Now he's kind of cleaned up his act, and he wants to just show to people that not everybody's a foul-mouthed teenager. Because lots of people who just look at gaming from the outside in think it's a bunch of foul-mouthed teenagers swearing at each other, telling each other to die, telling their parents to get cancer. Ninja's trying to change the stigma on this by going on Good Morning America, going on all these shows, talking about Fortnite and talking about gaming in general, therefore giving more light to Fortnite. More people want to play it. More parents are okay with letting their kids play the games. Because if you go back to when I was young, lots of my friends' parents wouldn't let them play Call of Duty, wouldn't let them play Grand Theft Auto because of the stigma around those games, thinking that their kids were going to grow up to be a goddamn school shooter or just a failure in life. Whereas 99% of parents are now okay with letting their kids play Fortnite, even though it's about guns, even though it's about killing people, because it's a bright, colourful game and it's got good ambassadors for it, like Ninja, like Myth, like all these other streamers. Whereas when I was younger and there was GTA and Call of Duty coming up in the scene, we didn't have no YouTubers, we didn't have no streamers, we just had the mainstream media blasting it every opportunity they got and telling everybody that they'd be a failure if they played this later in life, and they'd go on to just shoot schools up. Okay, so I want to throw some clips in here of where Fortnite has been given attention in mainstream sports, the mainstream media just sending more people over to Fortnite and just therefore making the player base bigger, and it then having this massive snowball effect.
Delay reaction. Open Rakers is not going to get out busy. This fight is over.
He actually stops, and then what is that?
Well, he's the king of Fortnite.
The Fortnite Jubilation Dance. Game over. The race is on from the outfield. New dance in the outfield for Springer, Fisher.
Now, what other game have we seen break this mold? Now, get pushed into sports, the mainstream media, apart from World of Warcraft. That is the only other game I can honestly think of off the top of my head where people were walking around doing the emotes from it, talking about it like crazy. And even World of Warcraft didn't have this much publicity. Fortnite is just breaking into a whole nother dimension. It's got kids playing it, teenagers playing it, adults playing it, even old people are playing Fortnite, and they're all fucking loving it. People of all ages are loving it. Its colour palette's amazing. Epic Games are constantly updating it, which is a massive reason why it's so successful. They're not leaving it sort of to die as many other Battle Royale developers are. There's so many Battle Royale games. What makes Fortnite so special? It gets constant updates. It gets amazing short events. Like, it's got an event at the minute where you can play as Thanos. That is marketing genius. I've said this in another video that there would be some Marvel or DC crossover because Fortnite's Season 4 Battle Pass is about superheroes and supervillains. Now, with superhero films being the biggest they've ever been, the Avengers is breaking multiple box office records at the cinemas. Epic Games knew they had to jump on that trend, which is why they released Battle Pass Season 4 revolving around superheroes and villains. They know what the fuck they're doing, lads. They know what they're doing. Epic Games are marketing geniuses. Now, they went and got the intellectual rights to use Thanos in a one-off game mode on Fortnite Battle Royale, where when you pick up the Infinity Gauntlet, you turn to Thanos, you gain some amazing powers, and this is just more marketing genius from Epic Games, propelling them into, again, another league of their own, using superhero films when they're at their damn biggest. Avengers is the biggest superhero film there's ever been. Thanos is all everybody's talking about. Avengers is all everybody's talking about. And they went and got the intellectual rights to use him in their game, even if it's just for a short period of time. The amount of fans and the amount of hype the game is getting from this is unreal. And I've got to say, most game modes which are just slung into games on the off chance that they're going to do well are usually shit. This game mode is pretty damn fun. When you get the Infinity Gauntlet, you do really feel damn overpowered. And then when you're not Thanos, you are shitting yourself. Because when that big hulking beast of a man is running at you, you're scared. And it takes 7 or 8 people to take him down. He just smacks you to the side like you're a goddamn ant. You are powerless. You feel like a beast in Fortnite in the standard Battle Royale game. But when you're playing the Infinity Gauntlet mode, you are just like a bug getting swatted. Thanos is a beast, and when you kill him, you pick up the Infinity Gauntlet, and then you become that beast. It's the same formula, it's the same Battle Royale formula, it's everybody versus everybody. Except when somebody picks up the Infinity Gauntlet and the Thanos, people might start teaming up to take down that one man. And this has been all over the mainstream media. Again, it's been covered by every single website on the internet. You've got Forbes reporting on it, Eurogamer, PC Gamer, every single gaming website reporting on it, IGN, GameSpot, Huffington Post are even reporting on it, the BBC are reporting on it, ITV are reporting on it, Sky News are reporting on it. Every single mainstream media outlet has written an article on this and how Fortnite has just took the world by storm. And especially with the limited time game modes they keep adding, like the 50 vs 50. I'm sure they're going to do a DC collaboration next, or Star Wars, something along those lines. Fortnite is just too big for these massive franchises to not take advantage of Fortnite and get their franchise out there even more. Epic Games are promoting Fortnite, and these other franchises are promoting their intellectual properties amazingly. Now, a massive part of why this game is so successful, the emotes, the celebration system, the amount of customization you have with your characters. Skins make Epic Games millions. I think from the mobile version alone, they made 50 million in less than a month. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a lot compared to what they're making off the PC and console versions, but that's a shitload. No mobile game earns nowhere near that amount in a month, bar Clash of Clans, and that's a massive household name now. Fortnite had only been out on mobile platforms for a month, and it's raking in over $50 million a month. Now we compare this game's popularity to that of PUBG, which is dwindling. Fortnite is just getting bigger and bigger. Again, with the promotion I've spoke about multiple times. PUBG had that at one point. It had tons of musicians playing it. You had Post Malone. You had Drake playing PUBG at one point. Now, Drake's playing Fortnite. Tons of other rappers are playing Fortnite. Football players, Harry Kane, Dele Alli, Cristiano Ronaldo, even Lionel Messi is playing Fortnite. Every single sports star you probably follow is playing Fortnite. Now, the biggest, you can class him as sports star in the world currently, is Ninja. He had over 30 million Google searches last month. He overtook LeBron James and Cristiano Ronaldo in monthly searches. That is the man who is the face of Fortnite currently. You've got Ninja, you've got TSM Myth, you've got Daequan, you've got all these massive streamers and these huge YouTubers like Ali, as much as I don't like him, Pixel. There's just tons and tons of Fortnite YouTubers. You've got like 200 YouTube channels based on just uploading Fortnite Twitch highlights from Ninja, from King Richard, from TSM Myth, from TSM Hamlins. They just literally take their clips and upload them to YouTube and get absolutely millions of views. Ninja hit 10 million subs on YouTube in record time. The man has took the world by storm, which is meaning Fortnite is taking the world by storm. A massive thanks to his popularity growing like at a rapid rate like it is Fortnite. Without Fortnite, there would be no Ninja. Well, he wouldn't be as big as he is now. He relied on Halo and H1Z1 before Fortnite. I did a couple streams on PUBG, but didn't see his popularity skyrocket until he started playing Fortnite. Again, lads, the biggest reason for Fortnite doing so well is its marketing. Its marketing team is phenomenal. Whoever Epic Games have got on their marketing team, all these other games need to recruit some fucking offspring of that marketing team. Getting in touch with Marvel was the best idea I've seen in a video game in forever. Using a film while it's at its peak at box office, it's at its peak most talked about, and then putting a certain character from that film in the game is just marketing genius. I made my last video saying Epic Games were marketing geniuses, and this just took my point to a whole nother level. You don't see PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds doing this. You don't see H1Z1 doing this. All those games seem to be relying on is the occasional update. Now, this is PUBG's undoing. It just didn't update the game as much as Epic Games were updating Fortnite. Sure, we'll get a new map here, we'll get a new map there. It runs like shit. Fortnite runs great on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and mobile. I never have any hiccups whatsoever FPS wise. The only hiccups I have is sometimes the servers aren't the most reliable, as you can see with the occasional jittering on my screen, and most of it's just down to my internet connection. But you can run Fortnite on a potato. PUBG, you can't. You need a beast to run it. It lags like crap on the Xbox One and the Xbox One X, whereas Fortnite, you can run it on a goddamn 4-year-old laptop at low settings and still enjoy the game. Now, for me, when this game just took on a whole nother life of its own is when Ninja played duos with Drake. Every media outlet was covering this. Every social media platform, it was the top trending, most talked about thing. He broke a Twitch record for most concurrent viewers ever, set by himself. He then breaks it again with his tournament. Ninja is just breaking boundaries that people didn't think could be crossed, and it's all thanks to Fortnite. If this game wasn't as fun as it is, wasn't as easy to pick up as it is, wasn't free to play, he wouldn't be as popular. The game would be nowhere near as popular. You've got Drake, you've got all these musicians playing the game, all these football stars playing the game, all these just sports stars playing the game. This game is not only making superstars itself, it's got superstars playing it. It's made TSM Myth, it's made TSM Deck 1, it's made Ninja, it's made Dr. Lupo. All those streamers were nowhere near as big as they are without Fortnite. They all had a quarter of the numbers they have now. Well, Ninja didn't even have that. He's now the most followed user on Twitch. He's overtook Summit G by over 3 million followers, has a record breaking subscriber count. The dude is fucking unstoppable, and it's all thanks to the amazing growth that Fortnite has seen. And the biggest part of Fortnite's success is that it's on every single platform. Well, current platform, not old platforms. So you've got the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, iOS, Android, and PC. You can even play the game on fucking Mac. PUBG doesn't have this accessibility, and that was the biggest game in the world before Fortnite's massive success towards the end of 2017. And I'll be honest, lads, I was a bit of a hater when this game first launched. I said it was shit, I said it was a PUBG clone, I said it had probably died towards the middle of 2018. Was I fucking wrong? PUBG is the one dwindling. H1Z1 is basically dead, and Fortnite is only growing and growing. I didn't think any game could bypass this popularity with over 5 million concurrent players. Fortnite did it. On all platforms, it had over 5 million players concurrently. That is why it's building so many Twitch channels, building so many YouTube channels, and it's just going to continue to break boundary after boundary. The mainstream media are accepting it. Mainstream football teams, mainstream sports teams are accepting it, and they're basically accepting that their players are going to be playing Fortnite on their days off. They're not going to be researching, they're not going to be training, they're going to be playing fucking Fortnite. And that is amazing that a game has had such a massive impact on people's everyday lives. Now, lads, that's all I really want to say. Fortnite is on the up and up. I don't think it's going to stall anytime soon, so if you don't like Fortnite, bury yourself in a goddamn cave and don't come out for the next 5 years, and by then it might just have gone. If you did enjoy the video, lads, and you liked the points that I made hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and please make sure you turn on post notifications and follow me on Twitter, because YouTube for some reason is not sending out my notifications. And follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. I do live stream Fortnite 5 times a week. I love you all. Let me know what you want me to do in my next video below, and I will see you all in the next one, lads. Peace.
Girls wanna tie a kid down and keep me around, but I would never change. I'm a dog, I'm a hound, but I tell them what they wanna hear. They like how it sounds till I'm gone with the wind and I'm lost, never found. I met her at my show, then we smashed right after. If we go 3 rounds, then she fall in love faster. Very next morning, I'm Casper in another city for a show somewhere.